Dun, 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 dun. That makes me want to dance, Sarah.
I can't dance, but
Well, the day is young. Sarah Dye, chamber director.
yes.
You're an important lady.
Yeah, sometimes. Depends on who you talk.
All the time. It's not easy being you.
No, it's not.
Yeah. But Sarah Dye, Chamber of Commerce, Mena, Arkansas, resort town. What brought you here, Sarah?
Well, my grandpa grew up in Mena,
Ah.
and so I grew up visiting Mena my whole life, and I bought land here in 2017.
Ah.
So we live 30 minutes out of town at the foot of the National Forest, and
Whoa.
I met my husband in 2020, and he was in the military, and so he was stationed in Virginia, moved to California, did 3 years, and
Thank you for your service, yeah.
thank you. And I was a teacher in Texas. I taught art for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Before that, I worked as head of marketing and sales for a photo lab in downtown Fort Worth. And
Texas girl.
yes,
I've done a lot of still do a lot in Texas.
yes,
Yeah.
My degree's in design and marketing and photography.
Wow.
So it was whoever got a
Talented.
job here first. And we bought a travel trailer, remodeled it for a year, lived at my aunt's house for a year while we got a shop built on our property. And it was just whoever got a job here first. So my husband got a job at the Mena Police Department. And so I subbed for a while, and then the chamber job just became available, and the rest is history. So.
Well, teaching, you're used to working with kids.
Yes, I worked for a very low income area in Fort Worth, and it was difficult. So to
But
say
very
the least.
rewarding.
It was very rewarding.
Yeah.
We had so many good kids. I stayed for 5 years, and I mean, it was somewhat of a relief to get a break and to try something new. But I subbed here when we moved here, and I will say this: compared to what we did deal with in that area, the kids here are wonderful. So
Working inner city Tulsa,
yes,
coming to Mena, that's a difference too.
yes,
But because you've dealt with children of all backgrounds, you can deal with adults.
yeah, it taught me patience, resilience. I tell people all of the time, and I'm teaching middle school kids. Ask any teacher, even in Polk County, teaching middle school. They're in a very difficult stage.
They are, especially this generation.
Yes.
You've never had so much knowledge and so little wisdom,
Yes.
right?
Well,
Because the internet
and the kids are always right.
Always.
Especially
Oh,
that
come on.
age where they're dealing with so much. They're always right.
I don't know about you. The older I get, the less I know. My parents, Mom, you were right.
Yeah.
So teaching and then marketing. I don't hear a lot about a chamber director that has that background as well, but you're really able to help businesses who come to you. And of course, you want people to join the chamber, to be able to have the chamber perks and to be able to network as well and have the ribbon cutting.
Yes.
Agent Sloan, do you do any of the ribbon cutting?
I do, yeah.
You don't see her on camera, but you will eventually. But cool. Well, so it's exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah. And I love that Texas mentality. Done very well in Texas. Still go to Texas a lot. But my friend Jean-Claude, he was from France.
Okay.
And Jean-Claude. My mom had I think she had a crush on him. But who would blame her? He was a cross between Sean Connery and Clint Eastwood.
Well, that's why.
Good looking man.
Yeah.
And
That's hard to resist.
Brent, I know, yeah.
Bringing
God.
the French accent.
Yeah, I know. Well, he would laugh and we met in St. Louis, Missouri, and it was so cold. And I said, "Whew, it's as cold as a mother-in-law's love." Mother-in-law's, although my mother-in-law loves me, Sarah, and I love her. But all that to say is, he would say when people come over to France from America, if they're from Texas, they don't say I'm from America.
Yeah.
They say I'm from Texas.
Yes.
And if you spend time with Texans, you know why. That can-do attitude. So you bring this teaching, marketing, and influence and the can-do attitude to Mena, Arkansas, a resort town. And here we are. My gosh. How's it going with the chamber?
It's going really well. We're this year was my first full year. It just flew by. As the chamber director, we added a bunch of new things this year. We're adding more next year that we're really excited about. Obviously, Mena is growing.
Yes, it is.
There's a little bit of excitement and energy if you talk to the business owners and real estate. in the area and things like that, you do get a sense of urgency and things like that. And so it's an exciting time to be here.
It is. And I tell you, what's coming?
A lot of things are coming.
A lot of things are
Yeah.
coming, folks. That's why it's really important that you come from a place of strength, especially the brick and mortars here. Hey, hats off to the brick and mortars. I mean, they've had to pay for these places. And of course, they also have food inspectors coming in as well, those who are serving food. They don't have it as easy as some in different kinds of businesses. And that's why it's so important to support the local businesses and all that. So if someone says, hey, I got to join the chamber, I know I need to, but I'm not sure why I need to, but I know I need to. And how do I get started? What would you say to them?
Well, we get asked that question a lot. So new people coming in, there's a lot of perks to joining the chamber. One, we've redone the website completely this year.
Cool.
So it's easier to navigate. We're working with someone who specializes in search engine optimization to help lift us up and really be able to highlight our directory to help boost our businesses. And that's been huge. I think for us, we've had a ton of...
What's the website?
It's the menapolkchamber.com.
menapolkchamber.com. And it's boom.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. Little movie. You kind of like you're flying.
Yeah.
Like an angel into Mena. And there's a local there. That looks like Honey and Pearls.
It's Honey and Pearls.
Oh,
Yeah.
that pops up, and then a lot of car. Oh, that's a special event. That may be a Lum and Abner, maybe.
That's the Rod Run.
The Rod Run. This is so cool. Well, they did a good. We do websites as well, but they do a great job.
Thank you.
Very user friendly. menapolkchamber.com. And very well done. Very, very. And don't get me wrong when I say this, but to do business and to do things in Texas, you got to be on your game.
Oh yes.
And so that's what you've brought with this website as well. Hey, not to say that others haven't been great, but this is the first time I'm seeing this. And again, very user friendly site, pretty cool. Give them background as well. I love how you feature. I'm assuming your chamber members.
Well, those are our chamber partners.
Okay.
We do have ads that we sell, and that helps us pay for the website every year.
Yeah.
There's also a place to join our chamber tracks. We do weekly newsletters letting people know what's going on in Mena. Our businesses can add ads to the chamber tracks. We usually do free postings for nonprofits that are having events. We help promote our members' events and things like that. So our members get certain perks, obviously, that others don't.
Yeah.
So like the website being in the directory, we offer them ad spaces. We do some events during the year where they get discounts on certain things. But we also open things up to non-members also, like networking events if you ever just want to come and just find out or sit with us and ask questions. I mean, obviously we're here.
Yeah.
Members get perks, but we're here for everybody, and we just want to help.
That's awful nice.
Yeah.
Agent Sloan agrees. And we're going to have to get her on camera to say hi before we're done. But I was able to sign up and subscribe to Mena Polk Chamber in 10 seconds. You go to the bottom there, and you can make contact too. So many. I've been doing websites for, gosh, as long as there's been websites. Started in '83, and I've seen it all morph from the Flash custom sites. Not all of them would perform good on phones and all that, but this is a great site, and I love your logos too. If you're a member or a sponsor, you can have your logo on there.
Yeah, these are our featured partners.
Yeah,
so
featured partners.
They
Wow.
help us keep. All of our members, we're a membership-only organization, so we only take in what our partners and our members. That's how we function. We're also a nonprofit, and we run an enhancement foundation. So we're, people always think we're associated with the city, and we're great partners with the city.
Yeah.
And we work hand in hand with the city and the small towns in Polk County. But we're a membership-only organization. So we're here for our businesses and our organizations, and we advocate for them. And that's a big, heavy lift of what we do.
Well, and what's cool too, at the top bar there, if you're a YouTube person, I'm subscribing right now. To YouTube, or takes you right to their Facebook page. I was already a follower.
Oh, good.
Sarah. I was following
Good, 'cause we
And
do a lot on Facebook.
Instagram and Twitter, or I should say X.
X.
On X.
We don't do as much on X as we actually do more on Snapchat. We've opened that door.
Well, I see some
or
more.
not Snapchat. I'm sorry, TikTok.
I see some more X in your future. Little Twitter action there.
Yeah.
Maybe with Rich Mountain Media, who knows? But
That would be great.
But yeah, now of course she's in the room. But you got to give a shout out to the place I saw you in, Honey and Pearls. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Rebecca, she does amazing things for our community and all the businesses that her and Tim run and put together. And
Amazing.
We're lucky to have her and Tim in our town and trying to help build the community.
Yeah.
We talk about them occasionally and on a lot of things that they do because, we know a lot of our members struggle. Tim and Rebecca are really good about whenever they hit a wall, they pivot. And so having their expertise and coming to them, that's another thing is we have so many members, and if there's something that we can't help members with, then we've got so much expertise from our other members to connect other members with. So if we can't figure out how to do something, Tim, Rebecca, or another member who has done it and has been successful at it, we can, step in, and they're always willing to help. And so,
That's a very proactive approach. Not all chambers think that way. It's all internally focused. And but you're connecting people.
Yes.
You're networking. You're helping people. A high tide raises all ships.
That's
How we do what we do with Mena Street Live, and because we're in this together.
we are in this together.
And so anyway, I'm excited. So so step number 1, we need to join the chamber. What do you do?
You can either contact us. There's an application on here, so you can go to our website and join directly, and then you can choose how to be contacted. I've had people do it by email, phone. I've had people request that I come in and talk to them, so I'll just pop in and kind of go over the different things that you get being a chamber member. Cool.
Well, I when I saw you and found out who you were, I thought, man, you're really proactive. You're out in the community.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at. People need to be encouraged, and they need to be equipped.
And if you don't see me, we have 12 ambassadors, and they do a wonderful
now,
job.
is Agent Sloan an ambassador?
She
as well?
started as an ambassador,
Really?
and then I hired her on as a secretary.
Can you pop your lovely face in here real quick, just so we know what we're talking about? We're not talking about from the Alias TV series. Agent Sloan is, I just called her Agent Sloan, but she with look at that. Ooh, Shazam, bam. And she's one of the ambassadors too.
Yes.
Cool.
She's an ambassador. She does our Spotlight Weekly for whatever. So I don't know. You put it all. How do you pick?
Yeah, we randomly choose a business every week to highlight
Cool.
that's one of our members. And I go make a video for them highlighting.
Oh, good. I did that 13 years ago with Jesse when it used to be called Sanctified Designs, and he changed it. And it was so cool because during the video, we heard the doorbell ring.
Yeah.
And someone was coming in from the video they saw the night before. They became a client. So we did a third video. It works. It really does. But that's one of the perks when you join the Mena Chamber.
Yes, and we're working on expanding our social media footprint. I mean, Sloan brought us in on TikTok, and the followers weekly that we just keep accumulating is fantastic. And that's really hitting people outside of Mena. And they're seeing that, and that's pulling them in, which is fantastic. Because I go and talk to all the schools, the business classes, at least once a year, all the youth, and I always ask them, I'm like, how are you getting your information? Are you doing Facebook? Are you doing TikTok? And I have them raise their hands. Kids these days aren't going to Facebook, and they're not using Instagram. So knowing where they're getting their information and how they're looking at things helps us know where we need to apply and start hitting those areas.
The kids left Facebook a long time ago.
Yes, yeah.
And as my son, has let me know, and oh my gosh, my oldest son, in school, back in ancient times in the 80s. What are you talking about in the 80s, man? That was the best music. And anyway, we could talk a long time about it. But it's very important to go where the people are.
Yes.
And the Facebook is usually the boomers and Xers. And they got your money. But these younger ones too, these youngsters like Agent Sloan, now are you usually more on TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
TikTok, of course. She's like, TikTok, of course. What's wrong with you? Well, times have changed. Times have changed. Hey, that's God. Sign up with Sarah Dye. Okay. Yes, Lord. Yes. No, I thought that was off, but anyway, it's live, folks. It's live. Doing live radio for 5 years in Tulsa teaches you to move. Some of the best shows when the guests didn't show up, but this show's going good because we had Lady Rebecca and we have Sarah Dye. Now, what's part of your vision now, moving forward with the chamber?
Our big vision, my big vision is coming to the chamber was trying to help connect people. So, a couple of things we have planned for next year, and we've been working on this, is bringing all the nonprofits together and trying to help them do a lot of heavy lifting. We know that they're all struggling with the economy and things and funding, just where we are right now. So trying to help them, just bring them all together, see what we can do. I meet with the college quarterly, and we're always talking about adult education and workforce and how do we tackle some of these things, because we understand, and that's a big part of my job, is finding out where our weaknesses is and how do we overcome those, because we always know that transportation is a weakness that we have here in Polk County. Education, workforce, those are things we're always working on and trying to find solutions for, and some of those things start in our schools. So having conversation with the schools, and luckily we're lucky to have all the schools in Polk County as members of the chamber and working with them and trying to find solutions, because our young kids are stepping into the workforce.
Oh, they are.
We want them to stay in Mena, and that's our goal, is trying to create jobs and things so that they will stay, because we don't want our smart and best and brightest and kids to go somewhere else. We want to try to keep them here, and we know that's a struggle.
You don't want bright flight.
So,
although some come back.
Yeah, they do come back. And some, like Sloan, I know it's a struggle to try to find jobs and income so that you make it and that you can get ahead. And sometimes you have to diversify. Like, Sloan works for us, but that's not all Sloan does. She also owns a business.
She's also Agent Sloan.
She runs CS Originals and photography, and then she also works for one of the daycares in town. And so she
wearing different hats there.
Yes, and sometimes that's what it takes to be able to stay here, but trying to help block and tackle that so she's not doing so much and that we have jobs available.
Let's just make jobs. What do you think? Isn't it easier? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Let's just prosper more, make jobs, prosper together. Well, I'm excited. I used to live here, then moved away and created a TV network, and still have 5 different shows. But I live around here.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd really want to. And man, Tom Moore of Little Italy, started helping him, and he blew it up, and Timothy and Rebecca Morin with Honey and Pearls and Mena Laundry, Snack-O-Mat.
Yes.
Doesn't that name crack you up,
Yeah.
Snack-O-Mat? There's a place in Tulsa called Chico Fish. I said, are you kidding? And it's just booming. But Snack-O-Mat, those good protein shakes. Good food while you're doing your laundry.
Yeah.
And sip and spin. Who knows? But and then of course I didn't even know about the Arkansas Traveler. Here we are. And guys, you need to book that trip. Surprise your wife, even if it's a summer trip. Putting that in a card for Christmas, it's still going to pay off. Guys don't always, they don't think about Christmas until the day before, or 2 days usually. But it's exciting to see people coming together, and of course, Honey and Pearls. There's a reason why you chose to meet there too. Mm-hmm. Perfect place for clients. Great food, and being a Texan, quality, because Texans. Everything's bigger in Texas. But they traveled far and wide to get the right recipes and all that for that as well. So how would you encourage business owners right now that may not be involved in the chamber, but they know that, hey, a new year is upon us, and on top of that, you got to come from a place of strength with all the growth that's coming. How would you encourage them?
Well, we're trying to do more networking events next year. We're really trying to get people involved, whether it's in organizations that are seeing some lower membership, like Rotary, Lions Club. All of our Organizations need volunteers like the Humane Society. That's a conversation we had this morning. Is we're getting a lot of new people moving here and they want to learn how to be involved. Come talk to us, because we have organizations that need help and they need new people helping and volunteering and getting more involved. And we've got some new things that we're launching this year, including a leadership program.
Hey, that's
we're
cool.
hoping that it'll kick off in August, but giving a lot of new people or people that live here that maybe don't know all the things that make up Polk County, from manufacturing to civics to education, and just bringing that all in together so that everybody has a very well-rounded look at what is here already, so that we're not creating new things that might be stepping on organizations' toes, so we're not pulling funding in several different directions, because we don't want to do that. If we have an organization that has been here and they've been doing the heavy lift on that, to have another organization come in and pulling grant funding in different directions, that's going to hurt them.
Right.
And it's not going to help anything. So
that's good.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're coming in, we offer a lot of opportunities for advertising, networking. And then again, the biggest thing is if you're having issues, no matter what it is, come talk to us about it so we can help you find a solution. That's what we're here for. And we'll sit down and do one-on-one time with you, whatever it takes, to help you feel more comfortable and hopefully be more successful.
That's really, really good. I love doing marketing workshops, and people need to be encouraged. You know, some people are having a lull in business or a dip in business. That's normal.
Yes.
But if you were to take a circle, and at the 7 o'clock mark, you have the birth of a new promotion, the birth of a new business. At the 9 o'clock mark, you have incline, momentum, there's growth. Recline is 12 o'clock, it's normal. People freak out. And then over at 3 o'clock, there's decline, and then 5 o'clock, there's death. Most people call me between decline and death.
Yes.
But we can usually, most of the time, pull them out of that. But be encouraged. If you're experiencing that, it's okay. Just start a new cycle.
Yeah.
Just start a new promotion, right? Start a new birth with some more momentum, right? It's just normal. But businesses go through that.
Yes.
Promotions go through that. Relationships go through that. You don't always have to start a new cycle with someone else. You can just start, But at the end of the day, there is hope for you. There's ebbs and flows, but there's something to be said if you stick in there. I don't know about you, Sarah, but when I drive through, I hate seeing a closed business.
I know.
That's closed down. I don't like that.
No, I don't either.
I don't like that. And to be able to help increase and launch businesses, and that's a joy. My son's so funny. He's mini me, but we're driving along, and we were driving. This was a few years ago. We were driving in Mena, and there was a popular business that shut down. I said, man, I hate that. Dadgummit, they didn't call me.
Yeah.
I told the owner to call me. We could have pulled it out. We could have.
Yeah.
We could have. My son said, he goes, yeah, he should have called Marketing Jesus. Oh, marketing. No, I'm not marketing. But the point is, though, I really was frustrated to see that happen, because behind a business is a dream.
Yeah.
You don't start a business unless you really want to.
Right.
And a lot of people. But, there's also a business in town here that I got a phone call. Maybe it was 13 years ago, and they were so discouraged. A great product, great person. You know who they are. And Lady Rebecca, but we took that and we boosted and did what we knew how to do. And now she's got a waiting list, and she's been booming for a long time. It wasn't her, and it wasn't the product. She just needed a new cycle.
Yeah.
And a new feature. And you can do that. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do that, But being a part of the chamber with you, that's a different story. I've heard your name before. You don't always hear the director's name when you're in a town. You don't, but you're out and about because you really care, don't you?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, that's one thing about teaching, is it was always very rewarding for me. It kind of, not to get real personal, but my dad was disabled, but he didn't let his disability stop him from helping people.
Wow.
So growing up with him, and my mom, she's a saint. She took care of my dad at some of the worst moments of his life. And but he never let his disability get in the way of helping others. And so that's kind of why I became a teacher. I just wanted to help. And then when we moved here, this kind of fell in my lap, and I want to help. And I see people struggling, and I just want to help and help make a difference, because we want our businesses to thrive. And I grew up coming to Mena, and my family's from here. And I remember visiting my aunt. She lived over in the neighborhood behind Little Mena Street, and she worked at Skyline Cafe. I met her husband there in the late 50s. And I remember seeing all the stores on Mena Street being full, and now seeing them empty. It's heartbreaking. And so just wanting to get out and help and try to just make a difference, I think is important.
A high tide raises all ships.
Yes.
And we're all in this together, and we want people to do well. And, also with I am impressed with the nonprofits that I see. Texas, I see that a lot too, but I'm impressed with what I'm seeing here, because people help people who help people.
They do.
And we had Ariel in here earlier today talking about the Toys for Tots and how important that is. But you can always come together for kids.
Yes.
In Amarillo, they had the annual. I had a song. I had a song called the Mena Song on radio here.
Yeah.
They played it like 6 times a day. That was a long time ago. So much, but had music over there. They were playing American Outlaw, and they said, "Come to our biker rally." I thought, what? Because I wrote it for Toby Keith, but he was too busy singing about girls and beer at the time. So
Forest Horses.
There you go. Yeah, Forest Horses. Hey, there you go. There you go. I love you. So anyway, I went to that city, and all these bikers, the Bandidos, the real biker gangs.
Oh, I remember them from Texas.
There you go. They all came together.
Yeah.
But they all came together for Toys for Tots.
Yes.
And to see that happening here is wonderful too. As a matter of fact, I think they have 96 or 93 more kids who need that. So you can contact the Elks Lodge for that. But as we're wrapping this up, and I'm so happy that you're joining us. How would you encourage someone who's going through a dip in business right now?
I mean, it is the holidays, and I know things have slowed down. We met with a business this morning, and it's a little slow for them. Holidays, winter, everything just kind of slows down. But this is a time for you to rally, get your marketing ready for next year, come up with a plan, make those social media videos, get them scheduled. Don't stop, just keep going. This is a part where you get caught up on what you've needed to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lull is not always a bad thing. I know that's hard for retail and restaurants, but just get ready to push hard in the new year.
Well, remember? Well, I won't say remember, because you're a bit younger. You're a bit younger than I am. You were 1 when I graduated high school. Thank you, Sarah.
You're sorry.
But it's so important to come together. And Sears, during the Great Depression, that's when they started their Sears catalog.
Yeah. I worked for Sears in high school.
Oh, you did?
I worked for the portrait studio.
Oh, I can see that.
Years. Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm really good at those awkward family photos. Yeah. So.
Hey, were you turning your chin like this?
Yeah.
You like this? And then you got your spouse's other face looking down. Sears, man, the best. I mean, gosh, when I was a kid, if you did it with the JCPenney's or Sears, they had those Marlboro boxes your child could lean against, lean against a pack of smokes, and remember, did you ever see that?
I don't know if I saw that.
I did.
My grandparents lived down the road from the Hewlin Mall near the TCU district, and they would get the catalogs. And I remember when we were little, we would go through them and circle all the things we wanted when we were older and we had our own homes, and
Oh yeah, of course.
Dream big.
When homes were more affordable.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey, a train moment.
Yeah. We did a lot of those right across the way.
Yeah, we need some kind of segment for the trains there. Little Johnny Cash. Here's another train. A song about a train. But
you do know Merle Haggard used to play. He would come to Mena pretty often, and then one of his album covers was taken an acorn from a cabin.
You gotta be kidding.
No.
Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
You don't know Agent Sloan. She's like,
he's a legend.
I know that. What you talking? I'm from Mena, Arkansas. I know who Merle Haggard is. Yeah. Well, you know what? There's a lot of things that Mena should be known for.
Yeah. There's a lot of history
a lot of
here.
a lot of history. But you know what? As time goes on and knowing what's on the horizon, oh man, you really need to be connected.
Yeah.
Come from a place of strength. Don't weaken. increase, stay the course. I know it's easier said than done, but I also know what it's like trying to do business, during even during the 2020.
Yeah.
Of course, what I did just skyrocketed because everyone was home.
Yeah.
Watching, and but we're having so much fun with Mena Street Live. People are already talking. Hey, I watched the show last night. Really, you watched the show? Because but what we're doing with Rich Mountain Media, and I'm excited to talk more about that sometime. But it's going to be the closest thing that people have had as a TV network.
Yeah.
But I do network TV, so it's a lot easier when you can do it and highlight great people. And I love what I heard about you, and I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
It's wonderful to meet you,
That's
Sarah.
nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a feeling we're going to see you again.
That's great. I love it.
Of course, on Mena Street Live, maybe Agent Sloan on camera next time. We'll see you soon, folks.